It's sticky time. It's sticky time. Where is it? She's like, this is my life. She decided to go. Now I have the urge to get my pets and cuddle them. You should always cuddle your pets. I basically cuddle her when I sleep. I just like, cheeky. I'm like, come here. And she comes in and I just hug her. Oh, I love it a bit. What? Oh yeah, okay. Which video are we up to? We just watched part 3. Let's watch part 4. My brain, like, Gigi's basically, wherever the fuck Gigi is in that computer thing, and these guys in the future obviously know what's gonna happen. Gigi kind of knows what's gonna happen, which means the real world's absolutely fucked. The real world probably becomes that desolate wasteland. I don't know. I don't know. My doggo is under my feet. The Chaos Noodles and the rat are sleeping in their respective cages, and the cats are out in the hall being assholes. Wow, having rats and cats as pets at the same time is a risky venture. Jade is on Earth. Yeah, this girl's on Earth, I know. Alright, let's go.
Rose,
Part
look
4.
around for anything else of importance.
Oh, Gigi's Jade, right. Oh, well,
this looks like something of importance. It appears to be Skynet's primary session terminal, monitoring a great number of suburb sessions in the northeastern United States and parts of Canada. Upon further investigation, you draw some logical conclusions. It looks like each session consists of an IP address and a physical location. The coloured dots on the map appear to be meteor impact sites. It appears each session corresponds with a meteor, but not all meteors have sessions. The colour of the dot appears to indicate the status of the meteor's descent. The red dots indicate meteors that have already landed. Yellow dots are imminent collisions. Green will impact later and blue will take the longest to touch down. You use the panel to centre in on your present location and zoom in. Surrounding the lab area, of course, are hundreds of smaller meteors that have been raining down steadily throughout the evening. Most of these meteorites have either landed already or will shortly. Centred over the lab is a significantly larger imminent collision. You can't say precisely how imminent, but you could certainly take an educated stab at it. Just southwest of the lab,
December
and suspiciously
2020.
near the location of your house, is an even larger looming collision, though this one appears to be slightly less imminent. The terminal looks like it can monitor any meteor or session around the world. Search filters can be applied as well, restricting results based on size, time of impact, location, and so on. You zoom way out and narrow the search based on size. The two at the top of the list appear to be the biggest by far. You examine only their coordinates. The second biggest is centered over a US city. The biggest by a landslide is, luckily for the Earth you suppose, way out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Rose, turn on your laptop and check on John. You plug the laptop into the hub again and turn it on. It is now powered and connected to the wireless signal the hub is broadcasting. Your suburb session reconnects. No sign of John here. You wonder why the house is shaking. Last time you saw him, he was on one of the roof platforms. You will have to navigate via the Spurb interface to find him.
Still on it. Well, he's getting that combat XP. Oh my god, Grandma's helping. And a fridge. Oh shit, that didn't help at all. An oven, what am I? Oh shit, one's down. Wait, the oven's shooting? Just grab all the loot, please. Grab all the loot. Just grab all the loot really quickly.
John! High five, Nanaquin!
Good work, John.
Oh hey, you're back.
For now. I'll have to leave again shortly. It looks like there's another large meteor headed for my present location.
Oh, so you mean Dave connected with you?
Not yet. I'll explain later. But I think I've determined that activating the timer in your game is not directly responsible for summoning a meteor to your location. The countdown seems merely to exist as a kind of warning to the player, as well as a strange coincidence.
Okay. I don't really think I get it. Is this relevant?
Probably not at the moment, and certainly not to you. I have to go.
Okay, later.
P.S. Try not to waste too much of that grist while I'm gone.
John, climb up the ladder. You rocket up the ladder to the dizzying heights of the vaunted Boy Skylark rung. Your new feather is hard-earned and well-deserved. And alarmingly fashionable. John, collect the fat loot. You and your ceramic pork hollow rejoice in the mound of wealth yielded from your meteoric ascent up the ladder. You are still not sure what all these boon dollars can actually get you, but when pulling in such insane loot hand over fist like this, who cares? Not you. Now, pick up as much grist as you can hold. Your expanded cash limit is more than enough to accommodate the grist windfall.
Wow.
You gather up 2,260 pieces of build grist, 10,040 pieces of shale, 490 drops of tar, and 350 drops of mercury. You can't wait to find out what amazing items this new supply of grist will be just barely insufficient to produce. Oh god, there's grist littered down there too.
Go get it!
Those stupid ogres were like huge grist pinatas. One of those big sour grape electric Holocaust fruit gushers is jammed in the hole in the platform. You guess there's only one way to get it.
John, don't forget your book. It is your birthright. You ought to give it a read when you have a moment, particularly the first several pages.
Okay, Nana, I will. Hey, Nana?
Yes, dear?
Since I'm trying to get up to that gate, and since you can sort of conjure floating beds and throw me around and all, couldn't you just throw me up to the gate?
Yes, of course, John. But that would not serve your purpose well. There is a very good reason why you should build up to it, and then keep building.
Oh, okay, I guess that's what I figured. So, just one more thing. Do you think that instead of telling me exactly why that is, with a clear explanation, you can give me a series of really coy riddles about it, and then sort of giggle?
John, you are a very fresh young man. Your father has done such a wonderful job raising you. I am so proud of you both.
Haha, I guess.
When you pass through the first gate, everything will change. You will find the place where the constellations dance beneath the clouds, and then your true work may begin. Woo-hoo-hoo!
I suddenly understand everything!
Elsewhere, we find a place.
What the hell
where
is
a kingdom
this?
lies entrenched beyond an impenetrable veil of darkness.
How is the dad still alive? Is he gonna punch him? Oh, wow. What the hell? Security cameras? What? Are these like the shadow people?
Graveyard stuffers.
You are now the Peregrine Mendicant. You are flying westward in your peculiar mobile station. You have no sense of your bearings presently. The door is blocked by a metal column which extended through the entry shaft before liftoff. What will you do? It is suggested that you check the mail. This message to Dr. Brinner looks pretty serious. Now it's suggested that you open the envelope. Never! This mail is sacred, and sacred is the trust between the postman and the recipients of his precious parcels. You have made a solemn pledge to deliver this letter to the doctor, just as soon as you determine where this address is, or find any sort of discernible mailing address in this
They're
wasteland
all
for that
insane!
matter. The mail is freedom. The mail is life. The mail is the very fabric of civilization. Wait. Hold that thought for one moment.
They're all insane. They're all insane. Yes! They're fucking insane.
The mail is the one final hope for resurrecting a dead planet from its ashes, and the letter carriers are the brave soldiers of God in this righteous crusade. They are the defenders of the light of knowledge, free communication, and the exchange of ideas. They are the bold toters of all those little papery conduits of freedom, the white postmarked angels that whisper a message on their deliverance, a promise to the yearning. There is hope yet. Liberty, reason, justice, civility, edification, perfection. Mail.
You give me shit for going on rants. This whole video is a rant.
Now, examine the keyboard and screen. It's the terminal you used to activate the station's homing mechanism. It looked like it has now returned its control to you. The default viewport displays commands previously entered, including your last and only command, home. Type view. You type another one of the previously entered commands. It switches to the view of a young girl standing alone somewhere. There is a heavy amount of video interference of some sort. The girl seems familiar to you.
Greetings. Don't I know you?
Sorry, Cheeky, I can't get up. I'm watching. Dodge. Cheeky wants to go out, but she's locked in here. Poor
Rose refused to acknowledge the absurd tea set. You successfully disregard the tea set because it is stupid and shouldn't be in a place like this. You probe further into the lab. Looks like a little girl's room. This all strikes you as a bit odd. No time for messing around in here,
Is that your
though.
mum's room because of the wizards?
Wear the scarf. Be the rider. Okay, maybe you'll do a little messing around. You are only human. Ah, what's that? You are accosted by a friendly mutant kitten. Now, John, resist great urge to take the wedge shale.
Take the grist.
You know you should grab this thing, but you are suddenly feeling apprehensive about entering your father's room.
Oh.
With all the scampering around, it almost slipped your mind how much you hate his hideous clowns.
That's creepy.
No use putting it off any longer. There's only one thing left to do. Give me a D. Give me an E. Give me an S. Give me a C. John, jump down.
Why can't you just touch it instead of having to jump?
Jade, scamper into the grand foyer with wild abandon. You scamper your heart out and bump into something. You don't know why he always insists on keeping it so dark in here. Oh, look. It was one of his dumb globes. These things have made it awfully difficult to navigate the foyer. We get it, Grandad. You like to travel around the world going on adventures and stuff.
Sorry, Chicky's just like begging me to open the door, and she keeps coming here and looking at me. I gotta open the door. Cheeky's clever enough to actually put her toy in between the door and the door frame so it doesn't close so she can push it open. But Hachan closed the door and Cheeky was stuck here.
Lousy goddamn stupid globes.
Why does he have so many?
Jade, it is suggested that you arm yourself.
Is that Napoleon?
Grandpa will surely have stern words for you if he catches you without your trusty rifle at the ready. That's just what you need. Another one of his blustering, mustachioed diatribes. You are rolling your eyes in
wearing
advance,
jean? What
getting them warmed up. But ideally, you can evade him altogether. All you have to do is get past the fireplace and out the front door.
People are so
then
weird.
you will be scot-free. Jade, examine those chaps on the sofa. These are the mayor's 4 distinguished house guests. They all like to gather here by the fireplace for tea time. As well as pretty much all other times. It's all very mannerly and civilized. You know exactly what's going to happen when you try and sneak by. The fireplace is going to light up, and your grandpa's silhouette is going to appear in front of the fireplace to give you a good spook. He is so predictable. And there he goes. The old man has the flame. You suppose you could still manage to sneak by the crafty old man if you were fast enough. Avoiding an encounter would be ideal. Encounters with him are usually, intense. Jade, leap dramatically across the divide! Whoops! You guess another encounter with him is almost certain now. But most likely not for a while. Time to see what someone else is up to. Oh, let's say Dave.
What? That's just ridiculous. What? Loading? What? Wait. Is her grandpa even alive? Why is her grandpa stuffed? He literally had himself stuffed? Why does the grandpa look like John from the original game?
Yes, I am going out with this gun! No, I will not go get a bigger one! No, I will not take yours! I can't even lift it! Oh, that is so preposterous! Do you even hear what you're saying? I will be fine! This is a perfectly deadly gun, and it shoots lots of incredibly deadly bullets! Oh, will you just stop it? I am going now. Goodbye! I love you!
Jade, abscond!
Wow, she needs to deal with the loss of her grandfather because this is not healthy for children.
Ah, he was so much easier to deal with when he was alive. Peregrine Mendicant, miraculously survive.
How long has she been? Yeah, that's a good question. Loneliness is a dangerous thing.
Rose, it is suggested that you refuse to acknowledge the absurd kitten. You fail miserably. Oh look, there's some more mad science crap over here. Rose, insert coin. This weird gizmo adapted to this setup obviously doesn't take coins anymore. Assuming it ever did. Besides, you left all your coins on the fridge, remember? Rose, let's play a game. This doesn't appear to be a game. It appears to be an appearifier. Now screw around with the appearifier. You mess with the controls and Hey! Jaspers is alive! Or at least he was in the past. According to the timestamp, this was almost 9 years ago. You tried to move the crosshairs with the joystick, but it seems to be permanently locked onto a specific target. You might be able to unlock it, but you clearly don't have much time to horse around with this thing. You zoom out. It looks like you and Jaspers were having another one of your sessions. You weren't making a lot of progress though, because Jaspers was no doubt being characteristically recalcitrant. You possibly jotted this phrase down in your pad. It's hard to remember though. Wait. Could this be that day? Rose, cause time paradox. You attempt to purify Jaspers. This would surely cause a time paradox, because you can plainly see that he has not told you his secret yet. But it seems the machine has a safety mechanism to prevent such irresponsible purification practices. The paradox ghost imprint of Jaspers purifies instead, and quickly settles into a mound of sludge. The machine beside it sucks up the paradox sludge and begins some kind of automated procedure. It seems whatever sort of primordial biochemical properties the sludge possesses is being evaluated by the device. The device generates a fetal paradox clone of Jaspers. The wretched creature exhibits a number of unfortunate mutations though. The good news is that it will be mercifully unestablished along with this facility shortly.
Wait,
this is also
isn't
the bad
that clone
news.
Jasper then?
Whoever was operating
black
this machine
cat?
in the past may have been making unsuccessful attempts to perfect the science of ectobiology. Rose, it is suggested that you have a flashback. There is no need for a flashback. Conveniently, you can watch what happened right here on the monitor. You roll the clock forward a few seconds. Jaspers reveals his stunning secret to you in a strict confidence. Before you could ask him to clarify, he vanished into thin air.
What?
You now believe you understand why. However, you are not the one to purify him from this moment. Your hand was nowhere near the controls just now. A couple weeks after he vanished, his body just washed up along the riverbank. His suit was a mess. Your mother fitted him with a new one just before the absurd funeral service she
What the
insisted upon.
fuck?
Trace Jasper's whereabouts on the machine. You roll the clock forward to a week after he vanished. It seems there are no accessible feed tracing his whereabouts during that time frame. You fast forward another week. There he is, just as you found him.
What happened to the poor cat? So where was
It's
he?
Jaspers! He's alive!
No, he's dead.
Well, okay, he's still dead, but his body is intact. Turns out, it wasn't some kind of disintegratificator, like you thought. It's more like an escapalyzer. Rose, purify Jaspers immediately. Good thing you finally got all this sorted out. You only have 10 seconds to spare. Time to stash the dead cat and Amscray.
Where are you gonna go?
Rose, stop fooling around and transportalize out of there!
I would have grabbed another power box, but anyway, that's just me.
Open the envelope? Never! The mail is sacred, and sacred is the trust between the postman and the recipients of his precious parcels. You have made a solemn pledge to deliver this letter to the doctor, just as soon as you determine where this address is, or find any sort of discernible mailing address in this wasteland, for that matter. The mail is freedom. The mail is life. The mail is the very fabric of civilization. Wait. Hold that thought for one moment. The mail is the one final hope for resurrecting a dead planet from its ashes, and the letter carriers are the brave soldiers of God in this righteous crusade. They are the defenders of the light of knowledge, free communication, and the exchange of ideas. They are the bold toters of all those little papery conduits of freedom, the white postmarked angels that whisper a message on their deliverance, a promise to the yearning. There is hope yet. Liberty, reason, justice, civility, edification, perfection, mail.
What the fuck? Top 10 most emotional anime moments. Fuck it. Part 5 it is. Fuck it. Just fuck it. I am so lost. I cry every time. What the fuck?
You should locate and feed that devil beast you call a pet. Good luck finding him. If he wants to be found, he will find you. Becquerel has always managed to elude your prognosticative faculties. He is completely invisible to your intuition somehow, a property almost totally unique to him. It used to freak you out a little, but you have long since grown accustomed to it.
Jaspers!
Huh? Oh, it was nothing. Nothing at all. Moving right along. It's time to retrieve the package you expected to arrive. The birthday package you were expecting from John arrived months late. And yet, right on time. It landed over there past the crumbling monument, a satellite to the great mystic ruins at the center of the crater lagoon. Now John, triple somersault into the room, etc. Stick the landing. Okay, you do that, and you are now in your dad's room. Where are all the clowns? You spot your dad's briefcase beside you. It probably contains all sorts of clues.
I'm doing the Kirigiri
various forms of paperwork critical to his trade as a hilarious street performer. John, Snoop. Ah, yeah, here come the secrets. Get ready for some major revelation. Wait a minute. These are just boring business documents and spreadsheets. What the hell is going on here?
He's not into clowns.
John, calm down. It'll be alright. So, all those years, while you believed he was out busking up the corners with hilarious antics, he was working as an ordinary businessman all along. He was just a man trying to make a good, honest living for his son. Maybe he was too embarrassed to tell you the truth? Or maybe it was just that you'd never bothered to ask. You guess you always just assumed. The human prisoner has broken out of his jail cell yet again. Attempts to block the cell door with heavy objects has proven futile. You're going to need a bigger safe. Who's this guy?
He's that
Enter
card
name.
guy from the books.
Spade Slick. Spade Slick. Got a nice ring to it. But you know your own name. And that damn well ain't your name. Take another stab at it. State name and rank. Okay. You are Archagent Jack Noir. You oversee various affairs of a dark kingdom. Presently, you are determining how to deal with this prisoner, who has been a thorn in your side since he was apprehended. You view the affairs of the kingdom through a series of fenestrated walls. You have 3 walls, nearly enough to form a cubicle of vigilance, which is a full and proper enclosure for an agent of your stature. However, much to your utter contempt, your 4th wall has been stolen some time ago. Jack, don the comical hat. This frivolous headdress turns your stomach. You'd sooner stick your head in a furnace than coax it onto this monstrosity's loathsome, colourful maw. It's bad enough that your exalted ruler ordered everyone to drape themselves in these hideous rags the moment the troublesome human with the pipe and his child showed up. But you draw the line at the hat. Now call a minion. You order one of your burliest agents to the scene. He brings something heavier this time. Your transmission is interrupted. It seems your glorious monarch has concerns over your wardrobe. You begrudgingly don the comical hat.
Stupid, lousy, wise and just leader. What a royal pain in the ass.
Jack, throw down hat in disgust. You fully intend to once your superior stops breathing down your neck for a second. Wait. What now? Your blood is boiling so hot you could cook an egg on your carapace. Looks like you'll have to go and handle this yourself. Investigate room for anything Dad may have left behind. It seems there are some unopened birthday presents which Dad didn't get around to giving you yet. It's present time! Open a present and see what's inside! The one on the right seems promising. You open it to see what is inside and oh god, yes! John, obtain sweet loot! You tear into this thing and put in a mean peep on the sweet loot. In addition to the modus control deck, you got a bonus array fetch modus plus another 12 cards, which are practically worthless by this point, but hey, you'll take them. The first thing you do is flush the extra cards into your deck. Okay, really, this is just way too many cards. Now equip array fetch modus. The array modus allows you to store and retrieve any item from any card at any time. It seems exceptionally serviceable, albeit difficult to weaponize. Boring. John, read instructions for the control deck. There's nothing to read, really. You just pop in some modus cartridges in the slot, fire it up, and see what happens.
Fuck off.
You start by putting the stack and Q modi in the slots. Your Siladex now behaves like both a stack and a queue. Items can be removed from either the top card or the bottom card. You see no reason at all not to jam the array cartridge in there too. You make sure to blow all the dust out of there first, of course.
That's actually bad.
The Siladex reconfigures itself into an array of distinct
The moisture will
Q
actually
stacks.
rust it, but okay.
Now we're talking. This is just the sort of needless complexity you have come to expect from your inventory management system. Now, John, unwrap the smallest present first. You have a staunch policy of always saving the biggest present for last. Always. You receive a box of delicious fruit gushers. Could this birthday get any better? You don't think so. Now open the big one. You thought wrong. John, fill up an entire Q stack with shoes. Okay, awesome. Q stack full of shoes. John, capture log fruit gushers. Dang! You spaced out and put it in the wrong Q stack. Don't worry, you'll get the hang of this thing. John, it is suggested that you closely inspect the fruit.
I ate it!
So delicious.
I ate it!
Log one of these packs and you'd make like a million gushers.
We're watching a video.
Screw all this building nonsense. You'd rather make candy. Wait a minute. It can't be.
What? Betty Crocken?
That heinous Batterwitch has a gnawed claws and everything! What do gushers have to do with baked goods anyway? How does this make sense? Why?
Hutchin, I know you're confused, so am I. He's getting Vietnam flashbacks. Fuck. Fucking hell. This is ridiculous. This is just so fucked. That symbol looks like a cat. Holy shit. The cat's the mastermind. It was so obvious. How did I not realize this? Is that a dog or a cat? I'm so confused now. Is that a Lusus? No, don't shoot it. Oh, it disintegrates. Oh, okay. Is that a Volpion? What's the electric Eevee one? What? What? What is going on? So confused. Is that cat, dog, the space and time of what? Is this a Pokemon battle theme? Why can I see all the worlds? What the F? Doggo can teleport, good doggo. What? What? That's your pet? The one that likes radiated food, it can frickin' teleport. Why did you bring your dead grandfather? What? This is not healthy for a child. She's got severe psychological trauma. What the fuck? What is that condition when people literally fall asleep randomly? Is it like Death Stranding with the guy that keeps dying randomly?
Rose, check yourself for any mixed atoms with the cat. Nope, no mixed atoms. Looks like you and the kitty kept your genes to yourselves.
Narcolepsy?
Your new kitty whose name is... you'll think of one later.
Jasper's 2.
Hey, where the heck are you anyway? Rose, it is suggested you look around the room.
There's fire.
Oh, you're back home.
Oh.
The well-stocked bar and the vantage from the window tells you that this is your mom's room.
That's a bar? That's like a liquor
At
store.
least what you thought was her room. You decide not to be
mom's room is a
especially
bar.
melodramatic about this revelation.
Fuck.
Rose,
Fuck.
watch the meteor impact. Huh, that's funny. Shouldn't that place be unestablished by now? The downpour of smaller meteors has stopped. Better get out of here. This room is a powder keg with all this booze lying around.
Shit.
John, get down to business. Suddenly, you are feeling very businessman-like for some reason.
Asut does
You just
that.
punched a shitload of cards in anticipation of making a whole lot of cool stuff. This time, you didn't foolishly destroy any items. You just looked at the codes for some objects you rounded up and punched them on a blank cards. You wonder how much alchemizing you can get away with before Rose gets back. As if she's got any right to tell you what to do with your hard-earned grist. You're the one running around here putting your ass on the line. All she's got to do is mess around with her computer. Anyway, you better hurry.
Wow, you're gonna talk to Rose like that when she's around? She'll kick your ass with a fridge. Part 6! But first, let's soothe our OCD. I feel like watching Soul Eater, such a good anime. Good. Meanwhile, Rose. Literally everything is on fire. Soul Eater, such a good anime. I'm so upset that they didn't release some of the music in the anime on a soundtrack. I noticed that all the best songs in anime never get released officially. It's so sad. Like, what's his name? The Kishin's main theme never got released, even though it's like the best song. Alright. Next. Oh, maybe we should watch it with Hachon. We can have watch parties with Hachon. We could watch it. I've watched it before, but then Hachon can watch it, and we could all watch it. We could have good fun in the sun. Get it? Because it's a moon. Alright, let's go. Good doggo. Wait, is this a different bedroom? No, it's not. It's where the guitar was. What the F?
You are now dreaming. Your dreambot is awake and active.
What?
Obliquely foreshadow future through interpretive dance.
Wait,
Your
what?
silly dance foreshadows nothing and is essentially meaningless. But it sure is a lot of fun. Jade, quick, get into bed. You climb into bed and try to get comfortable. But some sort of invisible force is pressing down on you. A strange feeling of cold, heavy metal. This happens every time you try to get into bed. No wonder you can never get any sleep. Realize you can fly. There is not much to realize. Of course you can fly. Jade, open package. You stop all this flying around nonsense and examine John's birthday package. Unfortunately, you cannot open it yet. This package has an important journey to make first. You are planning on delivering it momentarily. Good thing you already know what is inside. Otherwise, you would surely be consumed by curiosity and suspense. You sincerely pity anyone who might be forced to endure such a fate. Months in the past. Enough for the above weather to be seasonably reconcilable.
What even is this?
Hey, happy birthday, Jade!
Yay, thank you, John.
Okay, I got your present in the mail just on time. Plus, I sent Rose's and Dave's too. Why do your guys' birthdays gotta be all bunched together like that? You're running me ragged.
I know, but it's nice of you to think of us all like that.
I can't wait for you to see what I got you. I don't want to spoil it or anything, but hopefully it'll help you solve with those problems you've been having lately. Mysterious wink.
I'm sure it is great. I can't wait either. It might take a while to get here from there, but it'll be worth the wait.
Sorry, John. She's not interested in your penis. She's interested into yiffing.
Ah!
John, that's really okay. I'm sure it'll get to me exactly when it needs to, and it will be a nice surprise when it does.
Okay, well, I hope so.
Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I had to tell someone to go away.
Oh god, the trolls again?
Yep.
They've been such a pain in the ass lately. Seems like there are so many. There are either like 50 of those retards or one guy with a lot of alt accounts.
I've never had any sort of feeling about them or what they want, which is kind of weird. But it seems to me like they're probably all different people and not one guy. I've counted 12.
What do they want with us?
Some people just like to needle others for some reason, John. It is like a game, I guess. They're like pranksters.
Oh hell no, shittiest pranksters ever.
But I think they are mostly harmless. Every so often they manage to get through my block filter and hassle me. It's been going on for years. Actually, some of them are kind of funny, I think.
Oh wow, what, years? Okay, well I'm sick of them. I've been thinking of changing my Pastor Chum handle to throw them off trail, so I guess I'm gonna do that.
Wait. Like you said, if Beck raised her, that might explain why she wishes she was more like a doggo. But that's basically like a lusus, isn't it? An animal that's raising a kid because the parents are missing. And the only parents we actually see are John's dad and Rose's mum. But they're kind of like mute anyway, so... And anyone else has pets. But then again, Rose had a pet. Because her mum was like an alcoholic. Wow, this story's fucking dark.
You have already carved a few totems, but you have had to return to the living room for more Crooksite dows. Your carving work is not nearly complete. Every time you re-enter your room, you shudder at the recent handiwork of some mischievous imps. You can't just turn your back on them for a second. Rotten imps.
Why'd you
Those
kill him for
posters
XP?
were like children to you. Rose, flee the room. At long last, you have returned to your bedroom with a stable power supply and internet connection.
But isn't the house on fire?
Vodka Mutini purrs at your side.
Vodka Martini.
You suppose you will call it Muty for short?
That's quite a totem collection. What are you planning?
Oh, whoa, hi! Oh, gonna make some stuff. Are you okay? Hasn't your house been on fire for like 5 hours now?
No, that was the nearby forest, which, up until quite recently, would have been best described as on fire. But you may be excited to learn that just as recently my house finally notched that achievement.
Wow, congrats, I guess.
Thank you. Have you seen Dave?
What?
Nah, his bro's probably busy kicking his ass. That's probably all there is to say on the matter.
Okay.
Rose's mum is so rich that she doesn't care that the house is on fire because she's making so much money passively that the amount of money she's making is more than the house is burning, so she can just build more of the house quicker than the fire can destroy it. Talk about being rich.
I'm gonna start putting this grist to use too. Let's be sparing with the frivolous knick-knack breeding and focus on getting you up to the gate. Okay?
Yeah, okay, I hear you, bud. I think we'll have plenty. I've been killing imps all over the house, and now it's lousy with gushers.
Gushers?
I mean grist. Serves them right for ruining my posters, the bastards.
Which posters?
Don't you see my sweet movie posters? Look at them. They're fucking ruined.
John? Are you suggesting that imps are responsible for defacing your movie posters?
Yeah?
Your posters have looked like that ever since I first saw your room. The moment we started playing this game. I thought you had defaced them ironically to mark your father's interests. John?
Very funny, Rose. Ha ha ha! Nice joke. Great joke there, Rose. Top of the line prank. Yes.
This is good. Laughter is probably the best way to avoid being especially melodramatic about the revelation.
Yes. Yes. Let's keep this joke going because it's such a good one. Oh my.
He's gone fucking insane. Or maybe he was always insane. Maybe this whole thing is a figment of his imagination.
Wayward vagabond, descend! You cannot descend from the top of your mobile station. The loose cable you gathered up and tied together is not yet long enough to allow you to reach the ground safely. You have used all the cable you can find. You will have to come up with another plan. It is suggested you sacrifice your mayoral sash for more cables. Absolutely not! What are you, crazy? A mayor does not relinquish its mayoral sash under any circumstances ever, period. Wayward vagabond, purify the temple. That is such a dumb idea. Not as dumb as using your sash, but it comes close. That temple is way too big. You probably just end up purifying a chunk of useless, boring rock. Wait, what's that? There's something dangling from the top of one of the towers near the temple.
A rope?
Now, command Serenity to carry the rope to you. She is a tiny insect and cannot possibly lift more than the weight of a pumpkin seed. She does, however, inform you of what the ledge contains through a series of informative blinks. There is an old rusty harpoon lodged into the crumbling rock.
Good old Morse code.
Tied to it is a bunched up jumble of handy cable. This strikes you as convenient. It is almost as if someone knew you would need a bunch of cable, and that you would have a mayoral sash made out of cable, and that you were particularly attached to that mayoral sash and would stubbornly refuse to use it. Anyone who knew that would surely possess a special gift.
Are they
Alas,
making fun of me,
it
or
seems a
like
bit
what are they
far-fetched.
doing?
Now, wayward vagabond, get ye rope. Okay, we just established it was a cable, not a rope. But that's okay.
Oh boy.
You take a hasty swig from one of your delicious pawns and put it down. You then quickly adjust the coordinates to purify the jumble of handy cable. Oh, of course. The time wasn't set to the present moment. Somehow it got reset to a few hundred years ago. It is some sort of present from the past. In the present. Attached is an envelope.
Almost, yeah.
It looks extremely important.
Just after. I gotta finish this first. I can't eat on stream.
You open the envelope. Inside is a letter and another envelope. This is all highly confusing, and you do not know what to make of it. Still, it is obvious critical mayoral business which you take very seriously, and you will defend this package with your life. Now, try to purify the cable again. You set the time to the present and purify the jumble of cable. Now, take the obvious course of action. You tie all the cable together and carefully lower your precious pumpkin bindle. You then rappel down the station with the package, which must not leave your side.
Oh my god, are we gonna summon
Years
him?
in the future, which is to say, the present moment precisely.
Which timeline is the real one? What? Who the fuck is this now? The randomness of the situation.
Aimless renegade prepares for company.
Fuck! He's
Now,
got an
Rose,
AK!
build as much as you can, as
Fuck.
fast as you can.
Okay, well, I make some stuff here. Can you keep an eye out for the imps? Just keep the safer tub handy or something. It'll serve them right for trashing my posters.
I keep telling you, the posters were always like that.
And I keep telling you, haha, very funny.
Here, look.
Yeah, I saw those, but they didn't look like that before. You must have changed them.
Even if I had the motive for such a bizarre and pointless deception, where would I find the time? I don't even have Photoshop.
Then why didn't you tell me they were there?
I had no reason to think you were not aware of them. I thought they were strange, certainly, but was not struck by any particular impulse to discuss them.
Okay, it still doesn't make sense, though. Implying that I drew them a while ago, and then forgot, and couldn't see them, and now suddenly see them. That's stupid. What would that even mean?
It looked like you were in your father's room recently.
Yeah.
And how did it make you feel to discover what was in there?
Oh no, I just realized. You're going to psychotherapify me. Well, don't bother.
Maybe. I am just being a friend.
Maybe. Eyes suspiciously. Anyway, I guess you saw what's in there. It's boring and there's not much even to see.
That doesn't matter. What matters is how seeing it affected you. I think it clearly has in some way.
Well, I don't know. At first I was nervous to go in and find more of his weird clowns. Because of course they're stupid and I hate them a lot. But then when I didn't see any, it was weird. I felt weirdly, disappointed almost.
Is it fair to say this changed your perception of your father?
Yeah, I guess.
Is it such a stretch to conclude it changed your perception of other things as well?
No, maybe not. But what are you getting at? Sounds like you're saying I'm crazy.
I don't like to use the word crazy.
Oh god, see? This is therapy bullshit!
That was a joke. But anyway, whether it means you're crazy or not, consider this theory. Your presumably long-standing tendency for scrawling this imagery is really your subconscious trying to express something disturbing within you. Possibly something from your past which you have blocked out, And since you have suppressed it, your conscious self cannot acknowledge the drawings. Therefore, they have been invisible until now.
That is actually a very fucking scary concept. Let me tell you that.
Why now?
Perhaps because you have seen evidence that conflicts with the worldview your subconscious has constructed to obfuscate the truth. That your dad is not necessarily the clown-loving maniac you thought he was. All along, this negative attribute buried in your psyche may have been projected onto him, and subsequently reviled as a sort of defense mechanism.
But this is absurd. My dad loves those shitty clowns. He's got all these statues and paintings everywhere.
Is it unthinkable that over the years it was he who believed you were the one with the passion for clowns? Because of all the strange drawings in your room. A father then embraces a son's hobby to establish a stronger bond, or wages a campaign of passive-aggressive mockery of your interests.
Bruh.
Either is plausible. I don't know your dad that well.
I don't know. Not sure about all this. I think we need to stop and acknowledge the bunny Sassacre fedora I just made.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
What? Oh my god,
Wow,
they're
what are
coming.
you doing, by the way? Rose, sorry to say, but this is all looking kinda silly.
I'm trying to spread the upward construction around so there is a more substantial foundation for later on. But I'm starting to wonder if it will be strong enough. It's kind of starting to wobble a little. I don't think brick chimneys were meant to serve this architectural purpose.
Yeah, no shit.
I might have to adopt a different building strategy. Stick to more load-bearing walls and blockier shapes. Especially since Chris has been easier to come by lately.
Okay, but you must really be running low on time now, right?
Right.
Strider!
Jade,
What the fuck's
dream
the
up
Strider?
extra arms and play an advanced bass solo.
Oh, Dave Strider, the guy being thrown down the stairs. Legend has it that he's still falling. Let's find out which bones he hasn't broken. Are those the Twin Towers? It looks like a portal.
Now, Jade, change the wardrobifier to cycle through Star, Heart, Horseshoe. Okay,
Why?
good idea. You leave the moon in the cycle, though, because you like it. Jade, it is suggested that you go explore the Golden City.
But isn't this where the Thingo's dad is? So it looks gold to her because she's a robot. Right. So she's dreaming.
Now, go and make a new friend.
That place is purple, this is yellow. Is that person even real? Is this Hiveswap friend sim? Oh boy. Now we're back in the future with the guy with the AK. With the scope. That's looking to kill the mailman.
Wayward Vagabond, eat letter and envelope. Will you cut that out? You have company. Look behind you. See? Over there.
Dear Mr. Mayor, go here.
What the fuck?
Get present. Hooray! Oh, please do this. freedom of your people depends on it. Your friend.
God damn it, Gigi. No, fuck. Why is he spraying at a distance? What are you doing? Is this Naruto music? No, don't
Now
accident.
give her the present.
That's a
Hooray!
she? Is that a she? What the fuck? Seriously, what the fuck, GG? The fuck? How? Shut up, Hachan. Sorry, Hachan. I'm getting a call. Oh, alright, this next part is 26 minutes, but it's unfortunately too long. Hachan's got a lesson to do here, an English lesson. She's running a little business online where she teaches Japanese people in Japan English. And she's doing really well at it. So let's wrap it up here so I can get the PC ready for Hachan and I can take this call, which I think is semi-important, but I've just ignored it because of reasons. Which number part is that? We are up to, let's read Homestuck Act 3 Part 7. For some reason, it doesn't show the top part, but it shows the bottom part of the navigation. I don't know how this works. There should be like, it doesn't let me show the top part that says the name. So we'll try to remember. Whew. I know less about this than I did when I started. Every time we watch Homestuck, we know less than we previously knew. It's getting more random. Especially now when the different points in time are interacting with each other. And it seems to be through Gigi. Which is a little bit the fuck. Because they're mailing her things in their time and she's receiving them. So we can either suspect that she's on the planet in the same time or she's like slightly further in the future, which is why it's taking her a while to receive it. Or she's in the past, which is why when they mail it, she has to wait longer to receive the parcels. Because in her time, it has not yet been mailed. That would probably make more sense than her being in the future. Because if she was in the future, she'd receive the parcels early. So if she was in the past, that would make sense. And then she's teleporting parcels to people in the future. And to her, it seems to be totally normal. Meanwhile, for everyone else, it's not. So it's a bit... like... it gets getting confusing.